I hope you're doing well. Here we are in week 2 of staying home and staying safe. And I hear some of you have to start online school this week, so hopefully that goes well and everything is keeping you busy and you're having not too terrible a time staying at home. But here's a little bit of stuff for you to work on for Encore if you are feeling like you want to get your musical theater stuff in. Last week we worked on getting your voice into the mask, nice and forward and buzzy right up front. Hopefully you were able to work on that through the week and see any kind of progress that made you buzz up forward while you were singing. So this week I'd like to work on breath control. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to increase our breathing capacity. And you can do this every day for this week, just taking in nice deep breaths, which is kind of funny because of the pandemic we're going through. So it's a good thing to practice, and it's a good thing to be able to hold your breath. So number 1, what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in for a count of 4 and then exhale on the letter S for a count of 4. So it's going to go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, all the way on that S. So I'll do it with you the first time, and then I'll leave you time for you to do it yourself. So first time we go, inhale, 1, okay, and now I will count it for you. So we're going to inhale and 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Good. So now we'd like to do that counting to 8. So we're going to inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale to 8. 4 counts to breathe in, 8 counts to breathe out. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's my husband opening the garage underneath me, so hopefully it's not making too much noise. Now, one thing to think about while you're doing this breathing is that you are not shallow breathing. There's 2 ways, well, there's more than 2 ways, but when we're talking about this, we tend to shallow breathe into our chest when we are doing our normal everyday activities. We kind of, and when we're dancing or running or playing sports, we breathe into the top. When you're singing, you want to breathe right deep down into your diaphragm. So you want to feel your stomach come in and out. Almost like you're expanding like a big balloon. And this is the neck of the balloon, and your body is the base of the balloon inflating. Right out into there. So put your hands on your belly button, take that deep breath, and see if your breath is filling up all the way down to the bottom of your lungs, which go quite low. And so you want to fill up all that space because you are a wind instrument when you sing. So the more air that you have when you're singing, the stronger and more supported your sound will be. Okay, so let's do that breathing in again, taking that deep breath right deep down into the diaphragm. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then exhaling for 8. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. So now we're going to just add a little tone to it. So I'm going to have you sing it on a C. So you're just going to breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4, and instead of just exhaling S, you're going to exhale C. Okay? And hold it for 4, and then we're going to hold it for 8. So here we go. We're going to breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, C. Good. Now we're going to do it for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, C. Good. Now, let's put those 2 lessons together. Can you get that forward, good solid placement right into your mask with the C, and both things happen simultaneously? Let's see if we can do it. Breathing in for 4, exhaling or singing out C for 8, and getting that nice buzz in the front of your mask at the same time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, C. Good. So now what we want to do is try and do that until we can go as long as we possibly can. And so if you do it every day this week, I'd love to hear your numbers. You can put them in the comments below and let me know how long you were able to exhale for. It's not a contest, really, because everybody is different sizes, everybody's different shapes. We all can reach different heights and we all have different strengths. But if you put in on Monday how much you were able to sing, how long you were able to hold that breath control, and then you put in on Friday how long you were able to hold that breath control, I bet the number will increase just a little bit if you practice every day. And eventually you want to be able to hold those big long notes for the entire big ending crescendos of our songs. That makes sense? So, why don't we now try taking that C and doing it in that big siren. So we'll breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go C. Yeah? So you kind of hit your fifth and then go all the way up to your top note. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. C. Good. Were you able to keep it nice and forward in your mask? That's the goal. It probably felt like it went a little bit back up in here. See? Like you're inhaling. And if it did feel like that, then that's normal. And what you're working on when you're training is trying to keep it in its nice forward echoey placement. Okay? We'll practice it one more time. I'll give you the exercise one more time and I won't sing along and you can try and do it. So here we go. You're breathing in for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. That's it for our singing exercises today. We're just going to keep working on that breath control. See how long you can get that s to go, and then see if you can keep it in the forward mask placement for that whole siren run. Okay? Now, for your frozen stuff, your scene study stuff, we have been looking at developing your character. So right now we have kind of the idea of our name, 5 things that are like us, 5 things that aren't like us, and what you really want in each scene. But let's flesh those characters out a little bit more. Can you get yourself a piece of paper and write down, or you hopefully already have a piece of paper with your character's name and their age and your likes and your 5 things that are like you and the 5 things that are not like you. And what we're going to add today are your likes. So what you want to do is think about 5 things your character likes to do. Does your character like to read? Do they like to play sports? Do they like to listen to music? Do they like to sew? There are so many different things that your character should be able to find to flesh out who they are in every scene. If you know that you're a baker, then you probably love to work with food, but you might also be interested in, I don't know, chemistry, right? You might be interested in music because you love to listen to music when you're baking. Different things. And then sort of sort that thing out into compartmentalized ideas. So if you love reading, what kind of books does your character like to read? Do they like to read mysteries, adventures, textbooks? Do they like to read things that are, exciting and adventurous? Or do they like to read fairy tales or romances, which can also be exciting and adventurous? But, just kind of defining who that character is as a person. The more you know about this person, the better. So those likes, things that your character likes to do, 5 of them. Okay? And then I want you to think about things that your character likes to eat, your favorite foods. That way you can react in different ways in your party scenes. Just little tiny things that we don't really consider all the time that flesh out who you are as a person. So your 5 likes, things your character likes to eat, the kind of music your character likes to listen to, or maybe they don't like music at all. And also, if your character was athletic, what kind of sports do they like? Or if they don't like sports at all. And let's think about 5 words that would describe your character's personality. So would you say you are outgoing? Would you say you are shy? Would you say you are afraid of spiders? Would you say you are somebody who loves bugs and likes to collect them? Different things like that. You get to make these things up if the clues are not in your script. So you should be fleshing out who this person is. So that is your character study, okay? And then I'm going to give you a little bit of acting work to do through the week. That is just kind of fun stuff to help develop you as an actor. So the one thing I would love you to do is some space work, okay? So space work is being able to understand how your body works and functions as a tool for you as an actor, because that's all you've got. You've got your hands, your feet, your legs, your body, your voice, your mind, your eyes, your face, all of that stuff to work with. So can you replicate for me your morning routine, okay? Without using anything for real. You're going to mime it. Getting up, brushing your teeth, making your breakfast. Can you do it realistically looking, miming each of the actions? It's not as easy as it seems, because when you go to get your toothpaste and take the cap off, where do you put the cap? Think about it. And then you squeeze the toothpaste on, then you put your toothpaste back. Or do you put your toothpaste back down? Do you have to put the cap back on? Where do you put this toothbrush? When those things are not actually tangible, able to be held in your hands, it gets a little harder to do. So practice working out your morning routine, okay? That's number one for your space work. Then I would like you to do one other thing for fun, which is to mute your TV or your Netflix or your YouTube or whatever you're watching. Mute, turn the sound off for what you're watching, and try to improvise a dialogue along, or it could be a monologue. Improvise what everybody's saying on there, okay? So it's kind of fun. You get to watch it and then be like, oh, hi. What are you doing? How's it going? I'm doing really silly ones for you right now because I don't have anything to work off of. But when you're watching it, you can kind of read the body language of the people that are performing and kind of get an idea of what they're saying to each other and see if you can do it yourself. And for fun, if you really want to have fun, you can set up your computer and record yourself, or your phone and record yourself doing it, and then play it back with rewind the piece that you were watching and play it back and see how it goes. Kind of fun. So try it every now and then, just muting it and doing your own dialogue and seeing how well you can read what's happening in the scene without hearing what's happening in the scene, or the way you can make that body language work for what it is you're going to say. So that's it for this week. It's a lot, actually. We're doing breath control, working on getting our breath nice and strong, getting it to connect to your voice in the mask, and then we are doing more development into our character study of our characters in Frozen, just so that we get to know who these people are, get inside their skin, and when we get into the scenes where we have to improvise what's happening, you kind of have a really strong idea of who this person is. And then we're just doing some fun acting space work, which is practicing your morning routine through mime, not using any of the actual instruments, and seeing if you can do it, and muting those programs that you're watching and seeing if you can improvise the dialogue or the monologue or whatever's happening on the screen by yourself. Okay, I miss you all. I hope you're all doing great, and we'll see you again next Monday. Bye.